Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Kelly. This is KBellaBeauty, and this is my second attempt at filming this video. See, that's the problem when you don't have a viewfinder and you have no way to see if you're filming. So I actually film on my phone, and my phone decided it was just gonna shut off and say that the storage was full. So anyway, I have fixed it. We are here again, and today we are going to be talking trash. This is my trash talk video, or my empties video. If you've never seen one before, this is the time when I dig through all of my garbage and share with you some mini reviews on products that I've tried lately. So if you are interested in hearing about my trash, go ahead and keep on watching. So let's start by talking masks, because I am a masker. One of the masks that I used up lately was the Sephora Lotus Eye Mask. This is not a new mask to me. I really like the Sephora brand sheet masks. Sheet masks are some of my fave, and this Lotus Eye Mask is moisturizing and soothing. So I really like to pick these up in the winter time. That one was actually a birthday gift, and I just got around to using it, but it makes my under eyes feel really hydrated. And then this Boscia mask was new to me. It is the Subaki Oil Deep Hydration Hydrogel Mask. And this one my friend Smegs picked up for me. She said that I would really love it, and she didn't lie. So this one's actually a two-parter. You put part of the mask over the top part of your face and then another part on the bottom. And this one is supposed to replenish, soften, and deeply hydrate, which it does. You put it on your skin, you let it soak in for 20 minutes, take it off, rub in the serum, and a lot of times after sheet masks, I still feel the need to moisturize, but my skin felt really moisturized after that one. So I actually want to pick up a couple more during the VIB sale. Now, a mask that I did not like. I am so sorry, Belief, but I did not like the Aqua Bomb sheet mask. So I love Belief products, okay? I really love the moisturizing balm. That is my moisturizer. I loved the eye cream. So when I saw this mask, I was like, let me pick it up. It's a sheet mask. And if you see the directions right here, so inside the sheet mask, there's actually two sections. So the bottom section has the cloth or the sheet, and then the top section, the serum. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to fold it in thirds and then like squeeze it to pop the seal, and then all of the serum is supposed to go onto the cloth, and you put the cloth on your face. Smegs and I both did one of these, and the same thing happened both times. A little bit of the serum gets on the sheet mask, but once you pull it out, it's still pretty dry, and you're just putting like a cotton cloth on your face, and it just didn't really work out for me. I even tried to like pour the serum onto the cloth and like rub it around and rub it on my face, but this is not one that I would recommend. I would love to see Belief come out with a sheet mask, but one that you don't have to pop together, because both of our masks were pretty dry. I also used up some more of the wipes that I use, which are the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Makeup Removing Towelettes. There's a pink version and a blue version, and I don't know what the difference is. I always just get the pink ones, and I go through them pretty quickly because I not only use them like in my beauty room for like swatches and lipstick and stuff, but I do CrossFit, and so I keep these in my bag and I use them to remove my makeup before CrossFit as well. I do have, let's see, here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 MAC Fix Pluses. These were a trio that I got from Macy's when MAC came out with their scented Fix Pluses again. So it was rose, lavender, and coconut. And then I have 3 of my tried and true, just the regular old Fix Pluses. I go through these things like crazy. They're super hydrating. I always spray it on my face after my makeup. I don't know that I would say that it like prolongs the wear of my makeup, but it makes everything look nice and smooth and sink in. And when you save, I think it's like 5 or 6 MAC products, you can back to MAC, so I always hold on to those, and you can take them back to the MAC store to recycle and get a lippy. So I'm definitely gonna do that. I do have a couple moisturizers in here. I have the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. This was my daytime moisturizer for a really, really long time. I actually repurchased this a couple times. This one I used up completely and was going to repurchase. However, I then found the Belief Moisturizing Aqua Bomb and I got that one instead. But I still would recommend this. This one is for very dry to dry combination skin. They also have a gel if you have like more normal to oily. And then my night cream is the Origins High Potency Nitamins. I love this stuff because it smells like orange creamsicles. Like, it just smells so good. So I've gone through several of those. I've already repurchased it. I can't go without that. This was the sample of the Belief True Cream Moisturizing Balm that I tried before purchasing the full size. So I was using the Clinique, but then I went on a cruise and I like to bring smaller deluxe size samples when I go on vacation. So I went on a cruise and I had gotten this in a Play by Sephora. So I'm like, let me take it, let me try it out. And I was using this, I don't remember if I was using it just in the morning or morning and night. I might have brought my Origins for the nighttime, but I loved this moisturizer. It is so like smoothing and my skin just feels hydrated. It looks good. It doesn't feel dry 5 seconds later. So after trying this sample, I went out and purchased the full size and I have been loving it. I also got a sample of the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm in a Play by Sephora. And before this one, I was using the DermaDoctor like Wrinkle Revenge Eye Balm, I think is the name of it. And I liked that one because it was safe to put on my eyelids and I was really struggling with like dry under eyes, dry eyelids, eczema. So this Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm also gave me really, really good hydration. It made my under eyes look more awake and they weren't like dry and flaky and gross. And so I used up this entire sample and I was going to repurchase it, but then I got another sample and I think maybe it was one of those like when you spend $25 online at Sephora, you can get a deluxe size sample. So I saw that and I was like, let me make a purchase. I also tried out the Belief Hungarian Water Essence. This is, okay, so I had never tried an essence before. This is like a gel formula and you pump it out, you put it on your skin after you've cleansed your face, but before you've moisturized. And an essence, I guess, is supposed to like make everything else sink into the skin. But this felt really, really nice on my skin. I felt like it like made my skin look more plump and glowy. It was very hydrating. It felt good on the skin. So I really liked this and I'm actually really considering trying that out and picking up the full size of it. But I also did try this Caudalie Vino Perfect Radiant Serum as well. This one, same thing, it's a serum. So after you cleanse, you put this on your skin and then you moisturize. And while I did like this one, and it again was very hydrating and nourishing, I liked the Belief Hungarian Essence better. So I would purchase that over this one. Speaking of Play by Sephora, I also got the Origins Ginseng. This is the Refreshing Eye Cream to Brighten and Depuff. Now, I've tried this before. It works really nice. This one is not necessarily for hydrating purposes. This one did cancel out. I have some dark under eye circles just in the inner corner of my eyes. And this did help to brighten it and to make my under eyes look more awake. But I don't think that I would purchase this and use this one because I would rather have something moisturizing than something that cancels out darkness, because concealer can do that, but this worked fine. This next one I have an unpopular opinion on, but it is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is the primer and moisturizer in one, and again, I got a sample in my Play by Sephora. And I used it for about 2 weeks. I got a good 2 weeks out of it, and I'm not a fan. I thought I would love the primerizer. It sounds like something that's right up my alley, but even being a dry-skinned girl, I found that when I put this on my skin, it made my face look kind of oily, which is really hard to do. And at the same time, I was trying a sample of the new NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, and so I thought like maybe it's the foundation, maybe it's the combination of the two. So I tried this with my other foundations, with the Ultra HD Stick from Makeup Forever, with my IT Cosmetics CC Cream, and same thing. Every time I was just a little bit shinier than I liked. So I would not purchase that. I wouldn't recommend it. That's not a popular opinion, but that's just how I feel. I also tried the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This is the same concept as the Smashbox one. It's supposed to be a moisturizer and a primer in one. Now, I do use a moisturizer underneath these products just because I just feel like I need to. It's just in my head, I feel like I need to. This smelled really good. It felt really good going on the skin, but I would probably call this more of a moisturizer than a primer because I really love the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. That one's a coconut smoothie priming thing as well. And when you put it on your skin, feels really refreshing, but that one does get like a sticky, tacky feeling, whereas this guy smells good, feels good going on the skin, but I would say it gave me more radiance than like a tacky feeling that's gonna like make my makeup stick all day. So if I got more samples of this, I would use them and be fine with it, but I don't think I would go and purchase that like for a primer, if you know what I mean. Of course, I used up an Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I get the shade Caramel. I go through like 2 or 3 of these bad boys a year, and I got really lucky because the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty was going on at the time that I finished this, and I was able to pick up 2 more for the price of 1, so I definitely did that. I'm also calling it quits with this guy. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Warm Nude. Now you can't tell because it was shaken up a little bit, but I had just a tiny little bit left. Like I used definitely more than 3/4 of this foundation, and I really, really like the foundation, but it says that it has a 12-month shelf life, and I've had it for coming up on 3 years. So I think I had this foundation before we moved into this house, and September will be 3 years with this house. So I just decided, you know what, it hadn't done anything funky on my face yet, but I didn't want it to do anything funky on my face. So I'm gonna let that one go, but I mean, I would repurchase it. I liked that foundation. I also did not use this up entirely, but this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Primer. Smegs helped me with this one. She actually owned this and used probably like 75% of it, and there was just a little bit left, but she was kind of tired of it and she knew that I wanted to try it out, so she was like, hey, do you want this primer? So I said yeah, and I would use this like right by my nose, like where I have larger pores, and a little bit on the forehead, and I really liked it. Like I would be interested in buying this for myself and using a full size of it because I felt like it did really like fill in my pores and smooth my face. I also finished up a L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. I felt like this mascara was hit or miss for people. Like people either loved it or they hated it. And I would say that I did like it. It does remind me of Too Faced mascaras. If you look at the wand here, it created a lot of volume in my lashes. It made my lashes look super, super thick, but it did flake. So I would go in with this mascara. It would clump a little, so I would take my Benefit Roller Lash to like smooth everything out and separate the lashes, and then my lashes, my natural lashes, looked gorgeous. But it got to the point where I had been using this for so long and it just was flaking more and more. So I decided to pitch it to get it out of my collection, but I would repurchase it. I mean, it's Drugstore. I don't care that it flakes a little bit. I'll wipe it away and be good. Since I already filmed this one time, I keep like getting up and walking around my phone to make sure we're still filming, but so far so good here. I also got the Tarte Friction Sticks in a Play by Sephora. If you're not familiar, this is an exfoliator. You can see I have like a tiny little bit left in there. Like if you roll it all the way up, I could have scraped some out, but I decided not to. I did like this. This is good for people like me who don't want to feel like
you're ripping your skin off of your face. My husband tried this and he didn't like it. Like, it was not enough of it was not enough of an exfoliator for him. He really likes to feel like he's like scraping his skin off, but me, I just want to feel like I'm getting like a little scrub and we're good to go. And I'm not 100% sure that this was the cause of an eye infection that I had, but I took a break from it for a while because I had used it one night and I felt like I had gotten some in my eye, and I tried to rinse it out as best as I could. When I woke up the next day, my eye was like really red. And then the following night I went to bed and I woke up in the middle of the night and my eyes were like glued shut and I had an eye infection. So I don't know if it was just coincidence or if I did really get some of this in my eye, but I took a break from using it, but then I came back to it and finished it and had no problem. So I would recommend that if you're looking for a gentle exfoliator. I do have a couple lip products. This one is Kylie Cosmetics Exposed and this one is Dolce K. And I don't know if you can tell, but so these were some of the first liquid lipsticks that I got, and they started to separate. It got to the point where I could see like the color and then a bunch of oil on top. And my ColourPop liquid lipsticks would do that when they went bad, so I figured it was probably time to get rid of those out of my collection. I'm also getting rid of the two Kat Von D liquid lipsticks that I have. This one's Bow and Arrow and this one's Lolita. And when I try to apply them, they just look super streaky. So you can't really see through the packaging like you can with the Kylie, but I wouldn't be surprised if these were doing the same thing and separating. So I think it's just time to say goodbye to them. I got a sample of the Lancome. This is like a mascara base. It's called the Booster XL. This is supposed to be a primer, I think. And so you put it on before your mascara. It coats your lashes white. And I don't know if it's supposed to make them more voluminous or something, but I feel like it didn't really do anything to my lashes. Although I'm not really someone who I think would go for like a mascara base. I just feel like it's a little bit pointless. So that's just not a product for me. This might be silly, but I threw this in here because I got to try out a sample of the La Mer Moisturizing Soft Cream. This thing. First of all, La Mer is super expensive, okay? Like super duper duper expensive. But this was so moisturizing. I loved it. I like savored this little sample for as long as I could. It made my skin feel so soft and so smooth, but I would never pay that price tag. I really like my Belief moisturizer. It does me just fine. I did also have a sample of the Glam Glow. This is the Thirsty Mud Hydrating Treatment. I actually use this as an overnight treatment. So I'll wash my face at night, I'll tone, and then I'll put this all over, just like a light layer. I don't do like a heavy, thick layer. I go to sleep, and when I wake up the next morning, I don't find that it like makes my pillow gross or anything like that, but I can feel that my skin's still a little tacky, so I wash it off, and this is what I go for when I need like a boost of hydration, or like if I've been on an airplane, I'll come home and then I'll use this and kind of rehydrate my skin. So really, really love that one. And I can't open it, but I had this little Wet n Wild single in the shade Creme Brulee, and this was a go-to like setting powder for my primer, or setting eyeshadow for my primer. I would put on my eyeshadow primer and set with this, and it's like a natural bone shade for me. And I really, really loved it, but it was kind of old and I dropped it and it shattered a little bit. So it's time to say goodbye, but I would love to pick up another one. And the last products that I have are these two hand creams here. They are by the brand Addison and Gates. This one is White Tea and Lily, and this one is the Lotus Flower hand cream. I can only find these at the World Market in Houston, and I love them. I had received it as a gift from one of my students, used it up completely, asked his mom like, hey, where'd you get that? And I literally went to the World Market and got like 4 of them. I love them so much, and now I'm down to like 1. So I need to pick more of those up because they leave my hands feeling like really smooth and hydrated, and I'm someone who washes my hands a lot, so like a regular lotion is not going to give me enough like I need more. So that hand cream is amazing, but that's gonna be it. Those are all of my empties. That's all my trash. I hope you enjoyed looking at my garbage. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to hear your opinions. If you've tried any of these products or any of these your holy grail, do you have a different opinion than I do on any of them? I would love to know in the comments down below. We can start a discussion, especially if you have a different opinion. Like if I said that I like something or don't like something and you have the opposite opinion, I think it's great for you to leave that down below so that other people who are watching my video can kind of hear from different people. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe before you go. I do upload 3 videos a week. One usually goes up on like Mondays, Tuesdays, depending on my Tested Out Tuesday series, one on Wednesdays and one on Saturdays. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.